Hey YouTube, I'm back at you with the review for the latest episode of Star. So I'm gonna just get right into it. The episode starts off with, Star is missing. We find her asleep in the backyard of Hunter's house, and Arlene wakes her up. And she wakes up with an attitude, and I'm like, bitch, you in the back sleep at my house, so what you mad for? So she makes a statement to Arlene about her wanting to fix what Arlene broke in Hunter, and we all know that's not going to end well. Hunter comes outside and Arlene tells him that he is not going to treat Star the way his father treated her. And Star kind of peeps it like, all right, so your daddy was a wife beater too. And she basically tells him, like, if you ever lay your hands on me, I'm going to end you. I'm going to end your career and end everything. I'm going to end your life. You know, we're going to assume she's talking about she's going to kill his ass too. D Woods is the new stylist in the shop, and she's talking about the fact that D Woods is the girl. She was in Danity Kane, if nobody is familiar with her. She's the new girl in the shop that was talking about the fact that they was getting robbed and stuff, and little kids coming up in there. So a customer goes, I want to know why Cotton left. And Miss Bruce gonna say, I want to know if your check gonna bounce again. Yo. I love Miss Bruce on this show. Miss Bruce is giving me like mad chuckles. Alex and Simone are off to Hunter's to find Star. Senorita is dancing, and I'm gonna call a fucking zebra. She's a fucking slutty zebra. That's what she's giving you. This bitch is dancing, gyrating all over the floor, and I'm gonna call it gyrating. Like she was the definition of gyrating. She was really doing the most, and I'm like, bitch, where did you learn these movements? Like, were you in someone's dance class? Were you in a group in Mexico? Did you just get this from videos? Because she got this whole routine out like she been stripping, like she been putting on shows somewhere. So I'm saying, where the fuck did Senorita come from? She's singing this song that's, got a little Spanglish for you. And Benjamin Bratt wrote it years ago, but he didn't have any bilingual artists to pull it off. Simone and Chocolate Dream are at Hunter's house, and they're asking Star to come home. She is not compromising at all. She won't budge, and she does not want Senorita part of the group. And Simone is like, we were surprised too. Like, we didn't know anything about it. And she's like, well, y'all didn't react the same way. But it's like, bitch, that's because you think everything is about you. Simone and Alex end up leaving Star there at Hunter's house. And Star is where she wants to be right now. Sugar Mama Turtleskin is at the strip club with Cotton. Cotton needs some extra hours in a strip club because she done quit her day job at the hair salon, and she is trying to pull back on the hooking because she done found her new boo, Elliot. So the Sugar Mama is getting real touchy-feely. She got her hands all on Cotton's thigh like, bitch, what the fuck is you into? Like, you's a horny old lady. At least she's one of the women who doesn't believe in plastic surgery. I mean, to each his own, but she's embraced God's process. And I think that she should rethink that. Cotton basically is like, look, are you going to help me or not? Yahil comes up, and he basically saves the day and gets Cotton away from her. She says thank you, and they got a little vibe going on. And somebody else said, I don't know if it was in a video or a comment. I don't think it was a comment on my page, or it was like somebody else's, that Yahil is the father of Cotton. And I'm thinking from this episode that Yahil is Cotton's father. So Cotton tells Yahil that she needs a place to stay. She's like, do you have any friends? And he's like, you know what? Actually, I do. So Benjamin Bratt goes to knock on his friend's door, and who is it but Jocelyn Hernandez? And I was tickled to see Jocelyn open the door, and she's actually a pretty good actress in my opinion. From the little bit that I saw her right there, like, but what she was playing herself basically. Like, I feel like that's some shit Jocelyn would say, but clearly, like, she did it well in my opinion. As soon as she opens the door and she sees Cotton, she like, oh hell no, Yahil. She can't stay here. Benjamin Bratt sweet talks her, and Cotton comes in looking at Yahil like, oh my God, please. And I'm gonna go between Yahil and Jahil. I don't know what the fuck how you pronounce his name. That's why I keep calling him Benjamin Bratt. Star and Hunter are talking, and he basically says, what can I do to, fix this? And she's like, you cannot hit me again. And they kind of laugh about it. And that's the kind of progression of relationships where there's violence. Like, sometimes those violent moments become a joke later. Like, y'all look back, like, remember that time? And some people don't understand that dynamic. And I understand that dynamic. It's not something that you, like, people will think like, oh, you like that drama, or it's nothing like that. But it becomes normal. The chaos becomes normal, and it desensitizes you. And at some point you got to wake up. Like, I don't want to be in a type of relationship where I'm desensitized to violence. Quincy and Alex are talking, and he is saying like how he doesn't think that Star thinks that she needs anybody. Alex is saying, yeah, I think she does. Star is smart-ish, and yeah, I guess she's smart-ish. So then Quincy finally comes to his senses, and he says that he doesn't want to take the plea deal, and he is going to fight. He's innocent, and he doesn't want to just lay down. And like I said that in the last review. I was mad. Like, I felt like it was out of character for him to fold like that. But clearly it was in the plans for him to, of course, see the light. Like, he, of course, had to fight that. This was what his whole plight was about. Not being one of those black men that does lay down. ATL Homicide rolls up to the shop. Simone gets taken away by the police. They're there because Otis's body was found, and all signs point to Carlotta and the crew for being the people who, were responsible for his murder. Cotton is walking down the street with Elliot, and he is saying, like, he wants to live life, not giving a damn what anybody thinks. And he's just like, damn those who don't get it. And he's just trying to really live life unbothered. They look so good together. They really look good together. And I'm sure people are looking at it like, having like a trans person with a straight male, but of course we see that she was upfront about it. So it's like, let's not be, people gonna think what they think. It's like, whatever. Who cares? But I'm enjoying it. So Cotton and Elliot are talking, and he asks her, are you still hooking? And she's truthful with it. She says yes. He asked her if she got HIV, and she says no. But she says she's on PrEP, and I know that's the medicine that they take for to prevent you from contracting a disease if you've been in contact with it. So he tells her that sometimes he feels like a John, and she's saying like, please baby, like, no, don't think that. It's nothing like that. Cotton offers up the suggestion of her not hooking anymore to, appease him so that they can, be in a relationship and him be able to trust her. So he says to her, I want you all to myself. And I just was like, I want somebody to say that to me, I want somebody to say that to me. But, oh, I wrote, I hope he doesn't mean that in a Silence of the Lambs type of way. Just because I love horror movies and shit. That's where my mind goes sometimes. You know? The cops got Carlotta. They basically got her hemmed up. By hemmed up, I mean, like, she backed into a corner. She ain't got shit to say. Like, she really ain't got no excuses for anything. And, you know, they got her with the 2 runaways. She not really saying anything, but she not really defending herself either. So I felt like she kind of looked kind of guilty. But I felt like the black chick from DCF should get fired. I don't see why she still got her job. Like, how did Star find Simone? We know you gave her the information, so Star didn't tell nobody? Okay. So the cop gonna say some shit like, who is, like, you're being investigated for the murder of Otis Lee. What they say, Otis Lee Can? I don't remember what they said his last name was. But they said, like, you're being charged with the murder for Otis Lee Can. And I'd have been like, Otis? Otis who? I don't know nobody named Otis. I don't know what y'all talking about. But, look. Please. She just stared to me. She just stared. I'd have been like, who the fuck is Otis? Otis who? Otis Redding? DCF lady is getting Simone to confess to the murder. There's a little dance interlude where they're in a prison and all the women are dancing. The men are the guards. And Simone did a pretty good job. I felt like Queen Latifah looked too much like Cleo to be dancing all up on Benjamin Bratt. Like, did y'all have to put the bandana on her? Because we know, as Cleo, she wasn't down for no dick. Carlotta is arrested for the murder. Star blames Juanita, the DCF lady, for getting them caught up. But it's like, bitch, you the one that killed the nigga? Like, what the fuck? Cotton comes to visit Carlotta in the police station, and Cotton is just very cold. She just says that she came to just make sure she's okay, and Carlotta asks how the girls are, and she's like, why are you still concerned about them? You need to be worried about yourself. And, you know, she tries to apologize, but Cotton just can't care at the moment. And she ends up just leaving her mother in the police station. She says, like, you abandoned me as a child, and you've abandoned me again. The ballistic reports come back to show that the gun wasn't fired. And was it Cotton's gun that they had? They said, like, okay, so she didn't kill him, that Simone didn't kill him. But to me, I was thinking that even if the gun hadn't been fired, I don't see why that would make her ruled out as a suspect. I would think if you did find the weapon and her fingerprints were not on it, then you would rule her out as a suspect. But, I mean, that's how the story was told, so whatever. Simone, before that, Star ends up confessing, saying it was me, and the cops are like, oh wow, y'all trying to pull this trick? Okay. The children are being released to Carlotta, and I guess they're gonna try to live happily ever after. Cotton is driving up, and she's in a car with some dude, clearly a John, and she gets out of the car, and Elliot is outside. And Elliot is like, who's that? And she's like, nobody. Did she say nobody? That's like, how you gonna say nobody? Like, no, nigga, that's somebody. I know. But, like, what could she say, you know? So, he's mad as hell. I was like, fuck. I was so mad. Like, I knew as soon as she rode up and got out the car, like, Elliot was gonna be there. I don't want that to be the end of Elliot. No. So Elliot feels betrayed, and he says that he came to surprise her because she said she was working late. He ends up telling her that he thinks that she likes it. And I know that hurt her because I know she don't like it. Carlotta comes to see Cotton at Jocelyn's house, and we know that Cotton is not here for it. She believes that she done lost her boo, and she actually thinks that it's Elliot when she opens the door. She really not here for any conversation with Queen Latifah, and I feel her like, bitch. Just the fact that when she knocked on the door, she thought it was Elliot, she didn't been put in a mood 2 times worse, at least. So she ends up like kicking Queen Latifah out. I ain't even gonna go into all that they was talking about. Simone is singing. Carlotta is having a flashback of the fact that she robbed a store back in the day, you know, while she was part of the group, Mixed Harmony. She robbing a store and she get arrested. It seemed like she was arrested quick. Like, baby girl, you wasn't that big. I know your ass should have been able to run. She gets locked up. She's talking to Mary, and she tells Mary that she was robbing the store because she needed to get an abortion. And damn, is that why you're so resentful of Cotton? Because you was trying to get an abortion? And that's still not even an excuse, because I know people that have gone through a situation where you thought you was going to get an abortion and you didn't. And you raised the baby and you loved it. You love that child because it's yours. Like, what the fuck? That shit ain't even no excuse. And that didn't make me feel sorry for her or feel sympathy for how she treats Cotton still. That shit still ain't no excuse. So she ends up giving birth while she's locked up, and the baby is taken away immediately. Like, is that how it was? Like, it was like the nurse did that shit on some spiteful shit. Like she looked her in the eye. She saw her desire for wanting to hold her baby, and she just, like, walked away. Like, how dare you bitch? How dare you? Carlotta gets out of jail, and it looks like Cotton is, like, 2 when she gets out, and clearly Mary has been raising him for her. So my question is, what else happened? Because if you've been there since Arnold was 2, why are you having such a horrible relationship? Was it all the negativity towards the fact that she was feeling like she was a woman? I guess we're gonna find that out. Star shows up at Yahil's place, and Eva is getting real buck at the door. Like, she's like, get out. She's like, you know what time it is? Eva getting real loud, and she just letting it be known that she speaks perfect English. So, how is she going to explain that? I mean, is she even going to explain that to them? Or are we just going to gloss over that? I don't know. So Star talks to Yahil, and she's just like, yo, it's going to be me or Eva. Plain and simple. Yahil says, Eva, I'm going to have to go with Star. I was like, God damn. I really thought he was going to pick Eva. I really did. So Senorita is feeling some type of way, and goddamn, we're gonna see her seek her revenge against them. I'm sure she has some type of evidence pinning them to the murder, to Yahil's drug issues, to the fact that Star is only 17. I don't know, something. Senorita is she gonna do something. She gonna do something. All right, so I'm here for Senorita being the new villain. Hey. This episode was okay. It was a lot more, I wasn't so annoyed. I wasn't so annoyed with the characters, and that's something for me. That's something. All right, well, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you later for another review of something else.